What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Northern Rider, and today I'm going to be taking you through 5 handy tips and tricks for your GoPro or action camera. So I mainly use these tips when I'm mountain biking, but you can adopt these if you do something else as well, so don't worry. If you're new here and you'd like to learn something more about mountain biking or cameras, or just see some cool riding videos, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below, and it will keep you up to date with all the shenanigans that's going on with the channel. So let's get cracking with the nagging. Number 1, updates. Updates are often overlooked, but when you update your device, it can remove any bugs from the camera and even update your settings to allow for new features that haven't even been on the camera before. There's 2 ways to do this. One is to grab a computer with a USB cable, and the second is to go through the GoPro app itself. GoPros come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Now, let's take a look at some settings. Now, most of these are universal, but it all depends on your GoPro as well. So let's take a look at some settings here. Now, I went with 4K, which is the highest possible quality for me. Now, I've also selected 24 frames per second here as well, because it gives you that motion blurred, real life sort of look feel to the video. Moving on to 30 frames a second, this will give you a little bit more of a smoother sort of feel to the video, so not as motion blurry. Or if you want to go 60 frames per second to slow things down and smooth things up like Barry White. Right, so I'm feeling 24 frames per second, so let's move on to the next settings. If buttery smooth footage is your game, then Hyper Smooth 2.0's got you covered. Stick your smooth on, or if you want it a little bit more rugged, turn it off. A good way to capture all of the view is to put it in super view. Well, I think it looks good. Next up, bitrate. Bitrate, the higher it is, the more quality you've got, but the more space you're going to take up. If you put it down onto low, then the less quality, and also the more you can put on the memory card. Shutter speed, well, there's a whole science that goes behind this one, to be honest with you. If you'd like to know more, then leave a comment down below and I might make a longer video on these sort of things. But for now, let's keep it in auto. EV comp essentially tells the camera to expose above or below the auto exposure. So basically, if you want to increase it by a couple of increments, depending on the area, say a bright open field or a dark forest, you can. For now, just got to set it at 0. White balance allows you to set the way colours are captured so that you can give your shots a more natural look. So basically, the lower the value, the cooler the colours, more blues, etc. Or the higher the value, the warmer the vibes. So 5000 Kelvin upwards is best for broad daylight, but play around with it, or you can just leave it at auto. ISO, basically this tells you whether things are dark or light coming into the camera. The darker it is, the higher it goes, and vice versa. So basically, set this at a minimum 100 and a maximum maybe it's about 400-ish. Sharpness gives your image a little bit of a softer or a sharper look. Now, I keep mine in low and then edit and post-edit, because if it's set to high, you can't remove it then. So that's why I like to have a bit more free play with it. Colours. Now, this is one of my favourite things. Now, GoPro have got a profile called GoPro Colour, and it's fantastic. There's some beautiful colours on it, and I really love it. Or if you want to colour grade it yourself and make your own colour scheme up, then you can put it into the flat profile. It's really as simple as just flicking this switch. But for this example, I think we'll leave it in GoPro Colour for now. Rodio? Nah, you don't need to be fanning around with that stuff, so sack it off. If you're flying around the trail, you're going to want to put the wind reduction on. The humble battery. Always take a spare one out with you. However, what I'm going to show you next is a real game changer. This is a GoPro charger. Now, it's portable, and also you can plug an external battery into it as well on the go. So basically, if you've got one flat battery and you want to keep charging it on the go, instead of just swapping it out and leaving it dead, you can continue charging it while you're doing things. Don't forget, stick it in a waterproof bag just to make sure it's okay from the weather, and stick it in your bag. Number 4, mountain points. Mountain points are a great way to put your GoPro onto you, like chest mounts, for example. All you have to do is stick your GoPro on, but if you put it on upside down and at a 45-degree angle, you're going to capture everything. So that's bars and also what's in front of you. Another good thing is a Gnar mount as well. These mounts are really, really cool, and I've used them before. And also, I've got a video, if you look up in the top right there, you can check that out as well. Number 5, using the app. Using the GoPro app helps you set the GoPro view so you can see exactly what your camera's looking at. And it also prevents shots that are just literally just looking at the floor the whole time. Nobody wants to see that. So folks, what do you think of that? Have you tried any of these, or do you already use them? Leave a comment down below. If you're new here, or if you've liked this, or if you've enjoyed it, click on the like button and the subscribe button and you get to see loads more content like this. So folks, as always, I'm the Open Rider. Thanks for dropping in, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bitch, I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it. Cause bitch, I